Miles Red Songbird in New York City. You're looking at a picture of the book cover of Brigitte Gabriel's book, Because They Hate, and the book, They Must Be Stopped. Okay, let's begin. Mainstream includes to you, Meaning versus Expediency, Part 5. Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, Muhammad, wrote in Chapter 7, pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. For our allotted time in the passing of a shadow, and there is no return from our death, because it is sealed up and no one turns back. Okay, I say to that, that's not true. In 2013 or 2014, I was watching Jesus Christ 21st Century Forum, Govinda Singh speaking to his disciples in Petaluma, California, when I saw my personal spiritual guide, Sharon Singh, sitting nearby. Govinda Singh, listening and watching him. What was remarkable about Sharon Singh, Jesus Christ, First and 20th Century Jesus Christ Forum, was that he had passed away in 1990. And his body had been cremated. His body was in no way burned the day I saw it. A few years later, Charan Singh energies took residence for 9 months inside my womb, for 7 months inside my womb. He and his twin, Evelyn Jones, are scheduled to be born February 14, 2019. On the next topic. Brigitte Gabriel was trapped with her family living under a house in Lebanon when the Muslims took over and killed the Christians in Lebanon, many Christians. Jordan Peterson was the head Muslim, Muhammad. Check out YouTube video, Arab Man has meltdown after reading book, The People versus Muhammad, Psychological Analysis by J.K. Shenlin, Sheindlin. Brigitte Gabriel founded the organization Act for America, a U.S.-based anti-Muslim, pro-Trump advocacy group dedicated to combating the threat of radical Islam to the safety of America and to our constitutional republic. ACT is the largest national security grassroots organization in the U.S. with a million members. Okay, the Michelle Birdsong, Spear, Eve's Children, Eve, same person. Robin Michelle Birdsong, and Melanie Lynn Spear. Okay, there's Robin Birdsong, Queen Victoria, Empress of India. Robin was also Galileo, the father of modern science. She was St. Francis of Assisi. She was Michelangelo, Voltaire, Dr. Spock, Dr. Seuss, the missionary Donny Wright. Here we have Albert, Prince Consort, husband of Queen Victoria. And he's also Earl Percy and George Percy. He was Indiana Jones as well. Okay, the book here. Okay, this is a picture of Robin Birdsong. And this is a picture of the book, How to Have a Fun and Exciting Life, starting from scratch. It's a scrapbook. Robin Birdsong is standing here. His Royal Highness Crown Prince Guillaume of Luxembourg is standing beside her. He was her husband in a past life. Standing beside him is Michelle Birdsong. She was the Virgin Queen Elizabeth I of England. Here's the book, Sneezy the Greasy Babysits Abigail, by Michelle Birdsong and Robin Birdsong. And T.J. Robshaw was the illustrator. The little girl on the cover of the book is Jindara Ranzinger, Eve's granddaughter. Over here is Robin Birdsong of St. Francis of Assisi. This is Robin Birdsong standing with Stevie Wonder and her brother Sing Birdsong. And this is Albert, Prince Consort, husband of Queen Victoria. Robin Birdsong, co-author of Sneezy the Greasy Babysits Abigail. Stevie Wonder became friends with family after he heard the Edwin Birdsong album, What It Is. Steve sang, I Just Called to Say I Love You. Steve did call us after he heard the What It Is album, lyrics by the Michelle Birdsong. Steve's song, What It Is oh so new. What it is oh so true. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Robin Birdsong is the mother of Megan, Duchess of Sussex. She's the great-great-great-grandmother of Queen Elizabeth II. That's her father. This Life, Edwin Birdsong, and the album cover, What It Is. That's Sing Birdsong and his mother, Eve. And the label that he had, his father created, says Perfect Lovin'. There's pictures of Jimi Hendrix. Sing Birdsong was Jimi Hendrix in a past life. The next child of Eve is Melanie Lynn Spear. She was Christopher Columbus, the Italian explorer hero who found America. After Queen Isabella, who was Eve, sent him on a mission to find a heaven on earth. And that's what we're trying to make America into a heaven on earth. After we get rid of the satanic forces here. That's a picture of Christopher Columbus. Melanie was also St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, and she was the Pharaoh of Egypt, Cleopatra. She was the goddess Isis as well. Melanie Lynn Spear, mother of St. Kabir, of Star of Gloria, who's sitting with her there in this picture. The grandmother, this life, she was my great-grandmother, this life of Eve, and the granddaughter, this life of Eve, the Michelle Birdsong. Melanie Lynn Spear is the mother of Shiv Dayal Singh Ji, the saint of Agra. Mr. Rogers, Seth Ranzinger. Melanie Lynn Spear is the mother of Jindara Ranzinger. Korean Beatrice Crowder. Eve's granddaughter is Jindara, and Eve's mother. Also, Jindara is a projection of Jesus Christ, Gurinder Singh Ji. Melanie Lynn Spear is the mother of this life of poet, saint, Princess Mirabai, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Melanie Lynn Spear was Eva Braun, the wife for 1 month of Adolf Hitler. She had the genius mental ill. She had been the genius mentally ill Vincent van Gogh, the painter. Hitler had wanted to be a great painter. Perhaps that's what he saw in Eva Braun. She was what he wished he could have been. He was rejected by 2 prestigious art schools. Melanie Lynn was the witch, one of the witches burned at the stakes. Stevie Wonder was Hitler, Nero, and Judas, and the husband of Eva Braun. Melanie Lynn Spear. My youngest daughter, to me, sent me a letter, mild read, Songbird Eve, Mother of the Earth. Yes, said Melanie. I work for the local hospital system. Spanish Peaks. Let me keep the camera on Melanie instead of just on these words. Okay, so she works for the local hospital system, Spanish Peaks Regional Hospital System. I work Monday through Friday at the family clinic, and this weekend I'm picking up 16 extra hours in their laundry department. I still have really bad sleeping problems. It is what it is. I wrote What It Is, Edwin Birdsong's album that I wrote most of the lyrics for. It is a vintage album. The song God's Home is no longer true. Babaji Govinda Singh, Jesus Christ, closed up the ocean of light of bliss because his star disciples snubbed his sister, who she thought was her friend. She thought they were her friends for 40 plus years. But when they saw her toothless, having been homeless for several years, they wouldn't make eye contact with her. They wouldn't say a word to her, not even to give her a message from Babaji at a meeting with Babaji. They wouldn't hug her, wouldn't touch her, totally ignored her. They ignored his words, what you do to the least of me, you do to me. Babaji was inside Eve since she was 5 years old in his spirit invisible form. He feels everything she feels. That's how he knows how to comfort her, what songs she records so he can soothe her heart, her soul, and how to guide her away from her enemies. After the people's attitude toward her in North Carolina was so hurtful that April day, Babaji married her. He married Eve spiritually and put a baby inside her womb. He guided her to later go look up to her father, at which time he used his supreme being to also put a baby inside her. She's carrying twins. The father, of course, was the sun in the sky. Eve had been voted, Eve had been voted best mother of the world, in the world, on the astral plane, so they figured having babies, though she was still registering being 73 years old, though since she'd spent most of her life at the subatomic particle level of consciousness where there's no time. She's aged little. She's actually 29 years old. At the right time, her body will show that fact. But now the Lord is doing for her what he did for her when she was Abraham's wife, Sarah. He gave her a baby, he gave Sarah a baby when she was 90 years old to make up for the betrayal of Abraham, and though their maid, who had an affair, and the maid had a baby by Abraham while married to Sarah. Tommy Robinson is Abraham. Melanie's letter continues. I co-run a woman support group, and I am the chairman of the Youth Advisory Committee of Walsenburg. The City Council voted me in on Wednesday. Note, since you were the explorer Christopher Columbus, this is me adding this. And St. Patrick, it's no wonder they voted you in. And then Melanie writes, the kids have been following my example of community service and activism. They've been volunteering and are showing interest in helping with the committee. I've also taken on a mentorship by my clinical director to learn about grant writing and fundraising. Jason just started working for the city in public works. And I said, sounds like you all are doing good. The Michelle Birdsong Spear, Eve's grandchildren, Melanie L. Spear's children. Okay, this is Jandara Renzinger. She was Shirley Temple. This is Dot and Jandara went to the park, and when they got there, hey, it got dark. I thought of that when she was first born, Dot and Jandara. Dot was our cat. This is Charles Hall. He's now named Charles Hall, and he works in Duane Reade. He has his hair braided like Edwin, and started that trend in the late 60s. Jandara was the poster child for Rosie the Riveter. She was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Charan Singh was Santa. Now Govinda Singh is Santa, and Eve was Mrs. Santa. This is Baba Jamal Singh. The projection. He projected himself as Corinne B. Crowder, Eve's mother. So Jandara was Eve's mother, and then she passed away, and she was reborn as Jandara, Eve's granddaughter. This is Seth, Eve's grandson, Melanie's son, Melanie's daughter. And this is Fallon, family friend. This is Lou with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Princess Mirabai, the poet saint. This is Ostara Gloria, Saint Kabir, Sally Kendricks, Chief Sitting Bull, and Hiawatha, and Minnow, Eve's great-grandmother, and now granddaughter. Okay, that's it. Right? Oh, no, that's not it. This is Upsy Heritage. We got Baba Govinda Singh Ji, a picture of the masters at the Dera, and a picture of the Dera. The other masters are Sawan Shiv Dayal Singh, the founder of the Dera, who's now Seth Ranziger, Jagat Singh, who's now Singh Birdsong, Govinda Singh, who's Jesus Christ, Santa Claus, Saint Valentine, and the Buddha. Charan Singh, who's the baby in my womb, Giancarlo, Arturo, and Charan Singh, who's my husband, Michael John Spear. And this is a picture, a current picture, of Govinda Singh, Jesus Christ, the Buddha, Santa Claus, Saint Valentine. We surrender to you, sweet Govinda. We surrender to you, sweet Govinda. That's the name of a song in the musical I'm writing about the love of Govinda Singh for the world and for Eve. Okay, it's a Miles Red Songbird talking to you in New York City. Talk to you again later.